G Code, Volume 11. This one we're talking about conflict management. I always start these with, as a black man in America, you're going to be required to show you're a gangster and you're a gentleman at various times through your life. The skill in this is being able to gain enough wisdom and judgment that you know when to do which. And by far, you should be showing a lot more gentleman than gangster. That's the name of the game, is figuring out when to do which and doing that with great judgment. Conflict management. As a young black adolescent, this one is more of a generic one, and I may revisit it as I talk more about young adult black males. You really have to measure conflict. And there are three things that I like to tell young people about conflict management, is that there's time, there's value, and then there's importance. So in any conflict, you should approach it looking at time, value, and importance. What I mean by time is that if you're getting into it, or someone's just coming at you with a conflict, your first thing should be to kind of maybe even physically step back, take about 5 to 10 seconds, and assess what's going on with this person and why. Look around and see if there's anyone, if there's girls around, or is this guy trying to impress on someone? What's going on here? So that's the first thing you want to do, is give yourself time. Like, even if it was a conflict and somebody smacked you, if you would have stepped back, take 10 seconds and be like, yo, did you mean that? Or was that just an emotional reaction? You being able to step back, especially in physical conflict, now you got to have your hands up and defend yourself. But you want to, take that and be like, yo, you meant that? Because what that's going to do is it's going to give you all the power. Because number one, you took a physical interaction, and obviously you didn't get knocked out. If you got knocked out, ain't nothing to talk about. You probably got stomped. Hopefully you live, you can fight another day. But you're on your feet, you got smacked. You ask him if he meant to do that. That's going to immediately put him on the defensive, because he's like, why didn't he react the way I thought he would? And it's going to immediately shift power to you, because now, if he say, yeah, I meant it, and I was like, so you do want this fight. Now it's got another decision to make, and this one's harder, because you're asking him if he wants this problem. And most people don't want no problems. And so now he has to make a decision on if he's going to. And the great thing about you at this point is that you're calm. So this fight that's going to happen, he's off kilter a little bit. You're solid. You're probably going to wash him, even if you can't fight. So time is one. Value is the other. I did a video on this. I didn't actually get into the details of it, but your anger has a value to it. And people like me, I have a very bad temper that I've worked to control my whole life, and I'm in great control of it now. So it'd be hard for you to get me off my square and be in my emotions about anything. And that regards almost anything. Even my kids, if you would have hurt my kids, the reaction wouldn't be immediate. I would think it out, and whatever I'm doing is intentional. Like, there's no emotion about it. I'm laying on you. The value of emotion, especially anger, I give it a number, and I say 300,000 to 3 million. Depends on what your net worth is. 30 million even. But I put that number out there. So for someone like me, it's 300,000. I don't have that yet. So is this person and this relationship, is it worth 300,000? And if I think it is, then there's more discussion that we have to just have, because this is a valuable relationship. So we need to bring it down and talk. If it isn't, if it's anything under 300,000, I'm walking away. It's not worth, the value isn't there. So I got to get up out of there. This ain't worth it. I'm not addressing it either in the future. The value wasn't there. I'm out. So that's the value I place on anger. The other thing is importance. Is if you can, in a situation, just step one, you got the 10 seconds, 5 seconds, you step back And think, is this important to our relationship? If it is, if it's a deal breaker and we're arguing about it, my rule with anything, I don't argue with people. So if we arguing, probably needs to end that relationship. Now you could debate things, but people arguing and arguing in public, and I don't do that. I'm not. That's where the line is with me. Like if anyone starts arguing with me in public, it's a wrap, because you didn't show me enough respect. That you, and most people know that I don't be going off in public, and so don't go there with me. So if someone's doing that, for me, it's a deal breaker. That's it. It's over. We can't have any type of relationship because you don't respect the things that I respect, and I respect not arguing with nobody. So figuring out, is this that important that like in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, is this going to be a thing that I feel that I find a value in at that point? And oftentimes it's not. So at that point, you need to make a decision as a young black adolescent. I'm not getting involved with this. I'm out. And you can't be concerned about people saying, oh, you backed away from that, whatever. I'm not backing away from it. I got a value. Like I'm important. So if my value is important, then I'm not getting into no types of beefs or debates and discussions and all that. Arguing in public, nah. Because, and especially at adolescents, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. None of your relationships are worth keeping. Not one of them. So if anyone shows any type of imbalance, cut that. There's 30 other kids in your class, 800 in your school or whatever. Find a new friend. Like, this is one that don't respect you, so just dead it. Because you only been alive, 15 years or 12 years. You ain't got enough invested in that per person. Just dead it. So that's G Code Volume 11, Conflict Management. Gave you 3 things that I see that would help resolve a conflict or manage it in a better way.